Hello, everyone, and there might be a massive buy signal, and it's coming from Coinbase. That's right. What is it? Well, someone deposited $1.3 billion of USDC on Coinbase. Now, the way it goes is although it's not guaranteed by any extent, a lot of times a big deposit of USDC or USDT will signal an upcoming large purchase, pushing the price up. If there is a big dump of BTC on Coinbase or another exchange, that means they might sell and it would push the price down. Well, $1.3 billion is quite a lot. So it could signal that we're definitely going up. Could it be a Hong Kong buy next week? Maybe, although that doesn't really occur on Coinbase, so it's not going, that's probably not it. So the thing is, like, it depends on how the capital is getting deployed, which coin they're going to buy. If they buy $1.3 billion of another coin, it won't affect the entire market, but that coin is going to go up, like, 50, 100x. Imagine if they bought like Costco hot dog with $1.3 billion. That Costco hot dog might just go up to $150, and that's an expensive hot dog. So, but most likely for a 1.3 billion USDC deposit, they are going to buy Bitcoin because I can't really imagine, besides Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum, I can't really see people would actually buy that much of another coin. I know that some like big market maker could be trying to pump a coin, but buying 1.3 million of an altcoin is like suicide because essentially I don't really see how you could actually make that profitable. So there were 5 total transfers totaling 1.3 billion. The amounts ranging from 150 million to 350 million were made to Coinbase on April 25th, according to Etherscan data. So traders often view large stablecoin deposits on exchanges as a bullish sign, which indicates possible large buy orders, because why else would you transfer $1 billion of USDC onto an exchange if you didn't want to buy something? If this is indeed a whale buying and at current prices, yes, it can have a big impact on the price of the asset they are buying, which at that level is almost certainly only Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe they want to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum before Monday and then have the Hong Kong ETF stuff double pump it when it comes. So, yeah, that could definitely be it. However, they're never guaranteed. A lot of whale movements don't foreshadow anything. So don't get excited just yet. A lot of attention does get paid to these movements, and some people do their buys and sells according to these movements, but I don't think that's actually a really smart thing to do. It's a huge amount of capital, but it also depends on when it gets deployed, how it gets deployed, how many coins they actually buy. And also, you have to remember, a lot of times whales basically have buy orders and limit orders. Whales often do not buy spot because buying spot pumps a coin up and that doesn't benefit them. However, $1.3 billion in buy orders would put a definite bottom to Bitcoin, the Bitcoin market, and it may not allow us to fall below 64, 63,000, and that eventually would push us up as we continuously bounce off that bottom. So they'll put a limit order in, and that creates an absolute bottom, and then we'll slowly rise up from the bottom. But I do think this will be a positive shift in the market. So yeah, this is probably not going to go buy any altcoins. If it is a big buy, it's definitely going to be Bitcoin. I'm not really sure how much 1.3 billion on a single exchange would affect it by, but probably quite a bit. It probably could boost up Bitcoin by a couple thousand points. Add that to maybe some of the Hong Kong effect, and maybe you get a double effect in the coming week. At least that's kind of what I'm hoping for, although maybe not entirely what we're going to get. But it's interesting and definitely something to keep your eye on. In other news, Solana has seen a dramatic increase in institutional portfolios, and we're specifically mentioning hedge funds here. That's right. They did a survey of hedge funds with hedge fund managers, and if you look at which digital assets have you invested into, the black dot represents the survey when they did the survey last time. The blue line represents the basically what they have now. You can see Bitcoin is still number one, but it's dropped from about 29 to 25% of hedge fund managers. Ethereum is dropped to 25 from about 28. Multi-asset is about the same at about 14. If you look at Solana, it's gone up from 0 to 14. Polkadot's gone down slightly a bit. Cardano is about even at about 7. XRP's basically dropped from about 6 to 0 at this point. Polygon's still at 0, and Other has dropped slightly from about 7 to 6 right now. So basically, like Solana took Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP's drop and added it to itself, because it looks like no one actually had Solana in their portfolio in the previous survey, but now they actually have Solana in their portfolio. So like they noted that XRP had seen a significant decline, with none of the survey respondents holding it now compared to the January survey, which is what they did last time. But remember, Grayscale did actually add it to their quarterly, so there is still some other funds adding it. Grayscale also still has Cardano. It's like about 17% of their smart contract fund, despite them removing it from their large cap fund. So essentially, like they have this other question: which digital asset do you believe has the most compelling growth outlook? Bitcoin is number one with 40%, and that hasn't moved. Ethereum has moved down from about 34 to 31%. Solana's moved up from 11 to about 14%. Polkadot's the same. Cardano's the same. None of them has slightly moved up. Multi-asset, XRP, and Other is still at 0. And this is for hedge funds. That's where a lot of the big money is. So you can see that institutional investors are definitely more and more warming up to Solana, because institutional investors also pay attention to number go up. They understand that number go up is extremely important. And if you don't understand that number go up is extremely important, you should understand that number go up is extremely important. Unsurprisingly, some of the largest contributors to this were allocation from institutional investors who finally had the ability to gain exposure to Bitcoin via the ETFs. So essentially, yes, Solana is getting to be more and more a part of hedge funds. Obviously, that's very good news for Solana. So that's the news for right now. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.